are back with Poirot. Hi guys. So I'm excited. I don't know, I'm hoping the sound quality is great. I got a new desk. I now have a standing desk and I'm really pretty happy about it because now I can stand while I do things. Anyway, just to refamiliarize with what we were doing. Oh, I need to talk to Zach. What up, Zachy boy? Hey, how you going?
Detective, it looks as though I might be out here all weekend. What?
Monsieur Sterling said my room was on the first floor.
Is that what he said? I can barely understand most of what he says with that accent.
But he's Scottish. What are you talking about? I can understand Monsieur Sterling perfectly, but Monsieur Demire is one more vin rouge away from becoming unintelligible.
I find his accent rather pleasant, reassuring.
Yeah, it is.
I guess. Not too helpful when it comes to finding your room, though. You'll probably be the lucky one that has that hideous plant outside the door.
I shall take up no more of your time. À bientôt.
I have a hideous plant outside my door. I also need to talk to Gideon. One step at a time, guys. One step at a time. Hi, Gideon. Gideon.
Please, ask away, detective.
I assume you have heard about the consequences of my visit last
Angeline has spoken of it. You made quite the impression on her, detective.
I feel responsible for what came from that day. Florette's dismissal and Luke's.
It is not your fault. Madame Vandenbosch does not like it when her rules or authority are undermined. I try to explain to Angeline the same, but her guilt has not left her.
Mademoiselle explained the payment.
I suppose you think I was unwise to pay it?
I am glad Mademoiselle requested my help before you fell further out of pocket.
Madame Vandenbosch had no intentions of paying it, whether she believes there is a secret that could ruin the family or not.
It was an honorable move for you to make the payment. It was certainly no small fee.
Angeline is to be my wife, and then we shall be family. As far as I am concerned, my money is our money.
Merci,
That's
monsieur.
nice.
I shall leave you to prepare for tonight's celebrations.
Seems genuinely like a nice guy. He could be seeming overly generous.
The pieces
Yeah.
of the puzzle are finally coming.
Angelina's trying to do good, even though the dismissals weren't entirely her fault. Or is this it?
I should not be
Ah,
surprised by my
never
own
mind.
skills of deduction.
Mademoiselle Angeline says she never intended Flirt to be fired. It's certainly not the happy news I was expecting. Mademoiselle Elizabeth lost her beloved Luke, and young Fleurette, the maidservant, has not been seen, even with Mademoiselle Angeline's efforts. At least it appears the family have survived their financial difficulties. So that one's done. Inspect the east rooms. Well, we can do that. Wait, is that here? Are these rooms? Let me in! I like how he's like, oh, that's Jackie's bedroom. It's to our room. To my bedroom. I don't know where it is. Where the hell is my bedroom? To northeast. Oh. Luggage. Zakaria Demir, I presume. On his rather expensive luggage, his room faces the back garden. It's an ugly plant. The plant is striking and full of colour. It really draws one's attention in a positive way. So not the ugly plant. They have a lot of grandfather clocks. I can hear a male voice practicing what sounds like a speech. Perhaps we shall hear this later. I believe I then am in the southeast. Correct? Please and thank you. It's another lovely plant. Luggage? Is it mine? More luggage for Mr. E. da Silva, left unattended and right between the two front-facing rooms. Ah, I got the...
Oh.
I would not consider any form of nature ugly, but I am not sure how I feel about this plant. Oh, this one's my room. Bedroom next to Monsieur de Silva. This must be my room. Finally, I have found my chamber. Although the journey was longer than expected, the destination is really quite charming. I should make myself familiar and comfortable in my new surroundings. Hello, room. I wonder if I will get a chance to catch up on my reading whilst I stay here. No way, mister. We have a mystery to solve.
Ah.
The Snow has limited the view from the window, but it certainly has a beauty of its own.
Oh.
A roaring fire. Oh. Even for a detective like myself, finding this room was quite an arduous task. The house may hold more secrets than expected. Okay. I found my room. Oh. Elizabeth!
Elizabeth, thank you for coming. I shall not take up too much more of your precious time.
Not at all, Detective. I had best not be away for too long. Madame would not be pleased when there is so much work to do.
Well, mademoiselle, if anyone was to ask, I required your urgent attention with a delicate matter. That should be enough to give you a moment's peace.
Thank you, Detective.
Can I assume you're aware of the probable blackmail ring?
I have heard whispers, but this town is full of busybodies. It's hard to know what is the truth and what is hot air from socialites trying to outdo one another.
I would not have thought you want to join in with such chatter.
I'm not, but it can be hard to ignore. I try to quash any talk of it in the house. But it's easier said than done. When the staff are together, it seems to be a competition to see who can dream up the most scandalous rumour.
You are a loyal maid and friend. Mademoiselle Angeline is fortunate to have you.
It baffles me why they would target her in the first place. She has such a kind and pure soul. That may not be what you remember of Mademoiselle, but she has grown into a kind-hearted young lady.
I was wary of that when I arrived, but I myself can see a change in her, a maturity. And if it is as kind and pure as you have stated, she should not be troubled by the letter.
Letters, Detective. I have brought you the other.
There's another? You do not know me, but I know you and your family very well. For years you have stood high on your pedestal, attending parties and living the lifestyle of the upper class, a life that you were born into, all the while hiding a sordid secret that would tarnish the Van den Bosch name forever. Once a respected family with morals and nobility, but now you rely on riches and jewelry to show your worth, a worth that is not deserved, even residing in a home that was obtained under your lies, but not for long. For your secret to remain exactly that, take a small brown paper parcel filled with 5,000 francs addressed to Monsieur Dupont, to Barbier and Sons, cobblers, before sundown on Friday. If you do as I request, this will be the last you hear from me. You will be able to return to your life of stolen wealth and excess. If you refuse, be sure the name Van den Bosch will be on the whisper of lips for years to come.
I have tried to tell her not to think any more on them, but she fears that even a fabricated story could ruin the family name. She even frets at what it may do to her engagement.
I have met Monsieur Demire, and I cannot see his love for Angeline diminishing at something so trivial. Merci for bringing this letter to me.
Mademoiselle Angeline worries so much about the family name, but from Mademoiselle Elizabeth's telling, she has nothing to worry about. At least from her own perspective. Perhaps the secret does not directly concern Angeline at all, and she's merely the easy target.
Merci, mademoiselle.
The pleasure is mine, Detective.
Okay. You just gonna chill in my room now? So the first letter, the blackmail wishes to leave the family to leave the manor. They wish for the family to suffer. Payment was demanded.
Another
Yeah.
success.
I thought
I
about
never
it, but I
doubted
didn't
myself.
do it. So the staff members that are aware of the blackmail could possibly know the reasons why. It appears the Van den Bosch secret may not be a secret at all. The house staff may know what the blackmailer is holding over the family. That is a good point.
Of course, Detective.
Do you know where Mademoiselle is?
She will no doubt be with Master Gideon. The party was just beginning when I came upstairs.
That is my cue to make a grand entrance. Am I presentable enough for the creme of society?
Quite handsome, Detective.
Especially with them shoes.
Merci. If you catch me snoring, please poke me in the ribs.
I will use Madame's sharpest poker.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds as though someone else may have already been poked.
Sorry, I am a literal child. Oh, chapter 2. What? What have I come downstairs to? Jesus Christ, that escalated so quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you would be so kind to return to the party.
With all this excitement out here,
I believe that is an end to the excitement, as you put it, Monsieur Demire.
It is hardly the job of a detective to resolve domestic arguments, but under the circumstances, perhaps there is more to it. I shall speak with the Major outside. Oh, okay.
Ah, thank God. One last match.
Bonjour, Monsieur Hagen.
I wondered when you would be arriving. At least now you can do your job.
Why are you still here?
Pardon, Monsieur.
I have just been assaulted. I want him arrested.
I am afraid it is not as simple as that. I merely witnessed you standing up from the ground.
This is ridiculous. You know very well what he did.
Perhaps you could elaborate on what instigated the altercation.
I should have known you wouldn't make things easy.
It is clear that the Major is still outraged by what has just happened, but I must learn what caused such escalation into physical violence. Push on whether he instigated.
I have met Monsieur Demire. He does not seem one to physically assault someone unless provoked.
I hope you're not implying that I started it.
I am only stating what I have seen.
I was having a private conversation with Angeline when he interrupted and struck me. That is all there is to know.
The Major is still the same man that I met all those years ago. I'm sure he will remain defensive, and the blame for the altercation will fall solely on Monsieur Demire. Perhaps the best approach would be to act as though I am on the Major's side and coax out the truth. It must have been a rather
The content of my conversation is not your concern. What should be is that a man has been physically assaulted in his own home.
I understood this to be Nemozine House, the Vandenbosch residence. Am I mistaken?
And I reside here. My home is not what is being questioned right now.
You have grown rather close with the Vandenbosch family, it seems.
What has my relationship with the family got to do with anything? Why are you even here, officer?
Detective. And I was invited by Mademoiselle Angeline personally.
Seems to be mistake after mistake with that girl. Of course I do. What a stupid question. He is scum. Him and his whole family. If I had my way, he wouldn't have even stepped foot in this house.
Are you serious? There is clearly some hostility.
Officer Poirot, are you going to do something about him or not?
It is Detective Poirot. And if you refuse to answer my questions, I do not see how I can continue.
I just don't know what she sees in him. Angeline could do so much better. I don't think she realizes what she is getting herself into. I can't imagine her living
Why did the mic change? Like the mic quality just change?
Rogue.
Did my headphones just do that, or did that just happen?
I see. Merci, monsieur, for your honest opinion, whether I agree or not. I shall leave you to your cigar and return to the party.
So he doesn't like him because he thinks that Angeline can do better. It is not often such a violent altercation happens at a celebration such as this. I should investigate why it began. New mind map. This party is already filled with more drama than most, and it has barely begun. I was requested here to find the blackmailer, but perhaps the altercation is connected somehow. Yeah, so the Major does not like Gideon. Hello, Archie.
Monsieur Sterling, I trust the preparations are progressing since our last meeting.
Please, Detective. Archibald is fine. Everything is in order now. Are you ready to join the party?
You are head butler of this house. It is a position that warrants respect, and I shall continue to give it, Monsieur Sterling. And I must admit, it is the smell from the kitchen that has my attention more than the party itself.
Accurate.
Rehanna is quite the cook, but it will still be some time. Maybe you'd like to enjoy a drink while you wait? Some of the guests are already in the salon to your left. And the remaining guests are in the library on the first floor.
I will be sure to explore both. Merci.
Yes.
Dinner will be served in the dining room, but the rest of the evening is yours to enjoy.
You have all certainly been working hard, it seems.
Very hard. The lady of the house wanted everything a certain way, and that's how it was to be done.
You did not want to interject.
It is my responsibility to look after the house and staff, not to resolve petty disputes.
I cannot imagine he will be in any mood to attend the party.
He often has a cigar to calm down. And if that doesn't relax him, that temperature outside surely will.
Merci. You have been most helpful.
So he clearly gets angry more than just once if he is already... It's time I met my fellow guests. Yeah. So, inspect the salon, inspect the library. The major clearly gets angry more than he's letting on. To the salon. Let's go. I'm a man. Let me in. Man's world. Ooh, alcohol.
Ah,
I had a substantial sized bottle of alcohol already half drunk. Oh my gosh. This is a beautiful salon. I'd like to talk to you, Zach. What up, Zachy boy?
Monsieur Demir, we meet again.
What did I tell you? Call me Zach. You found your room all right then?
I did, and a charming room it is.
I don't know if I would call mine charming, but if I drink enough, it won't matter.
I must apologize for my rudeness before.
That's okay. At least you actually care. Not like most of the others here. I'm the groom-to-be's older, more handsome brother.
I kind of deduced that from them having the same last name.
Ah, oui. I see the resemblance now. How wonderful that you can celebrate this occasion together.
I'll stop you there. The only wonderful thing about this celebration is the free food and drink.
You are not pleased for your brother.
Angeline seems nice enough, but marriage is not for me. What is there to gain from tying yourself to someone for the rest of your life? Besides the money.
Love and companionship? What do you do for work?
Recently, not a great deal. Well, except for enjoying myself. I was once a field medic in the military. But those days are over.
A noble occupation. Did you not want to make it your career?
It wasn't my decision to make. I certainly don't miss
Yeah,
the
that's not very
battlefield.
good.
That's for sure.
I'm hesitant to ask, but how is your brother?
I'm sure he's fine. You don't need to worry about him. Always the knight in shining armor. Riding in to save the day.
Saving the day from who, exactly?
Well, if Gedeon is the knight in the fairy tale, Felix is the dragon. Felix the Major. Ha! Always there, thinking he is better. Just because he was a major. We all know how he got there. In his mind, that puts him at the top of the chain.
Seems there is some hostility between Monsieur Demir and the Major, an animosity that does not come from one evening at a
Perhaps it is best I take my leave.
party. Paper. News of the continued factory strikes, workers demanding a fair treatment by Jacqueline Conrad. Hello.
Madame Vandenbosch, congratulations are in order on your daughter's engagement.
Thank you. And you are?
Of course.
Detective Poirot.
I'm sorry, the name eludes me.
That day at the Vandenbosch house has stayed with me. It opened my eyes to the unjust treatment of the working class and has been a driving force in becoming the detective I am today. And yet I have barely been a second thought to her.
Once Officer Poirot, I investigated your daughter's missing bracelet.
Oh, it's you. There is no missing jewellery here today, so we are really not in need of your services.
I am here on a rather more pressing...
I know why you are here, officer. Detective, whatever you are now. Please, just get on with it.
Detective. And I promise not to keep you too long.
Why did I even talk to her?
Angeline is her own woman now. She can fight her own battles. She does not need her husband to be stepping in.
And what battles would they be?
Nothing that concerns you, detective.
I'm not sure what I expected asking Madame Vandenbosch about private matters.
Merci.
I'm not even going to bring it up. I'm not going to get any help from her. She's a little bush. Little bosh. So, well, that's
Things
clear.
are beginning to become clearer.
That's a very clear connection. I could not even fathom drinking that much alcohol, especially in one evening. He might have some issues with it. Go chat with, who are you, Margot?
Allow me to introduce myself. Hercule Poirot.
Detective Hercule Poirot?
Ah,
I heard we were being joined by one of the king's finest officers.
ah.
Oui, madame. I see my name precedes me.
Comtesse Margot de Vos. Charmed, I'm sure.
It is I who is charmed.
Comtesse.
Handsome, well-mannered, and a man of the law. I did not expect such a fine caliber of gentleman at this party.
Comtesse, your compliments are enough to make a young detective blush.
And which side of the engagement, Bridget?
I have been a close friend to the Van den Bosch family for, well, heaven knows how long.
You must have known the late Viscount then.
Indeed, we had been friends since our school days.
Oh.
His passing was very hard on both Cassandra and young Angeline. I became a sort of protector of them both after his death. A guardian angel, if you will.
I've learnt that friendship in these higher social circles can be nothing more than a facade to remain in that position. Perhaps the Comtesse is vying for Madame Van den Bosch's position. It was quite a shock to see the Major lying in the hall.
You will find Felix at the center of any trouble, especially when it concerns the ladies of the house.
I understand he has made himself quite at home here.
What an understatement. He thinks his friendship with Cassandra entitles him to anything and everything in the house, including certain opinions of how young Angeline lives her life.
He does not approve of Monsieur Demire?
You'd have to ask him, or rather speak with Gideon's brother. He will have something to say about Felix, I am sure.
Comtesse is well versed in drawing one in with a delicious bait and then leaving them biting on the line. What do
I
you
fill
do?
my time mostly with charity work. The number of those less fortunate only continues to grow.
How very admirable.
One must remain humble.
And what are your thoughts on Monsieur Demire?
A strapping young man. Angeline has found herself a good one. They certainly make a handsome couple.
Speaking with them both, it is plain to see, even to one that is unexperienced in such emotions, that there is a great deal of love between them.
When they are together, it is obvious for all to see, even at such a young age. But who are we to judge what the heart wants?
It has been a pleasure conversing. I look forward to our next tete-a-tete.
She's nice. Love her. Maybe I should go and actually finish that conversation. Should I play piano? Yeah, he really wants to, but I'm not gonna. He won't let me. All right, lady, I'm here to find the blackmailer. You need to tell me.
Let's make this.
I understand that the Major is not fond of Angeline's husband.
You can make whatever assumptions you wish.
Based on several accounts, it seems as though the Major has a certain level of disdain for him and his brother.
Felix is merely protecting both my daughter and the Van den Bosch name.
Protecting them from what exactly?
That is a question best asked to them.
You must be elated at the news.
Gideon is a fine, educated young man from a well-respected family.
All important when considering a new son-in-law.
A good home and education speaks volumes about a man. Even in the short time they have been engaged, his noble character is obvious. If you were an educated man,
Thanks.
you would know that.
I can assure you, madame, my education is not one to be sneered at.
And yet you remain a mere detective. Perhaps it is your choices, then, that are to be questioned.
Or perhaps I'm doing a job that you need.
Keep your volume down. She had no right to do such a thing. As soon as the other ladies get wind that there was a police officer in-house, the whole town will know.
I knew she was going to get pissed.
Perhaps you should be more focused on catching the blackmailer that is holding your family's name to ransom than what the chattering women of the town will say.
I care more about what those chattering women, as you so rudely describe them, have to say than the empty threat of an anonymous letter.
Your daughter does not agree. In fact, it has been suggested that one of tonight's guests may know more than they are willing to show.
The guests? You mean our friends? You can't honestly believe one of them would be so petty to send a letter like that. Oh, officer, you have not changed. I suppose it is only polite to say you're welcome.
Madame is as quick-witted as I remember.
What a shame there is nothing as memorable about you but your lack of respect.
For what? Your uppity attitude? Ugh. Perhaps you should tell me about the family secret.
Merci.
No, I'm not even gonna. She's annoying me. Hey, Zach.
Fire away, detective.
Get the feeling you do not have much fondness.
The major pain in the ass. Why should I? It doesn't take a detective to work out the sort of man he really is. You must have seen it, right?
I have my own history with the Major, but that is a story best not told.
I think it's a story best told now. It can't be any worse than what he did to us during the war.
You fought together in the war?
We were on opposing sides.
Oh. I've stumbled upon a delicate subject.
The subject of war is a difficult topic for everyone. Perhaps it is best to discuss something else.
If you had seen what I have, what he has done, you wouldn't side with him.
I am taking no sides, monsieur. It is just not conversation fit for a party.
I don't mean to dampen the celebrations, but yeah.
I have a drink, but thanks anyway.
I just would not like to see things get out of...
Don't you worry about me. I've got it covered.
Okay, his excessive drinking is not in celebration of his Thrale's engagement. Yeah, it might be more
Perhaps
serious.
it is
that's
best
what
I take my
thought.
leave.
Yeah. Maybe I should... Should I just go for it? Okay. Well, I did. So, brothers have a history with the Major. Like Gideon.
Magnifique.
I wouldn't say it to his face, but I don't think it's the Major's place to cast judgment on Gideon. Hastily arranged marriage.
Some would say a lucky guess.
Monsieur Gideon could be marrying into the family purely from financial gain. I hope that's not the case, because if it is, he would be probably wrong. Hey, Cassandra.
Let's make this.
Perhaps you should tell me about the family secret.
What do you mean? Protecting? She hasn't gone and paid that silly ransom, has she?
It was Monsieur Demir that accepted the cost. He paid it because your daughter believes there may be something to hide.
For heaven's sake! Why do you think it was addressed to her and not I in the first place? Because they knew I would throw it in the rubbish where it belongs.
Madame, if there is something you are keeping, it would be wise to tell me now. It may help in identifying the culprit.
And it would be wise for you to stay out of my family's business. If I require your help, I shall ask for it. But don't hold your breath.
I won't.
Merci.
Fucking. She's a Class A biatch. I wonder if Archie knows anything else.
What can I do for you?
Nothing.
Merci.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Archie. Upstairs we go. I want to meet all the guests. I love how I got the room with the, worst looking plant. I want to see the library.
I
wanna
told
see
you
the
you're
library.
barking up the wrong tree. I'm not a reporter.
But you're going to want to hear this. You could interview me now.
And why would I want to spend my evening doing that?
The world needs to know. You want to sell papers, I want the truth to be known. Win-win.
I came here to enjoy myself, not to hear a second string version of...
I was there. I saw the whole thing, including who was ruining the show.
All right, I'll bite. Let's talk later.
Okay. Hello?
Ah,
Looks like the happy couple are planning their honeymoon, but are undecided on the destination. Let me just read. Ernesto.
bonjour. Are you a guest of Mademoiselle Angeline or Monsieur Demir?
Do I know you?
Where are my manners? I am Hercule Poirot.
The lawman.
Oui, monsieur. Detective Poirot. And you are?
Ernesto da Silva.
A pleasure, monsieur.
So, what is it you do?
I'm a man of business.
I see. Is there a particular area of business that is your focus?
Overseas investments, international relations. I also own a number of factories in the city.
You mean the ones where the workers are currently striking? Man, a few words.
Très bien. Monsieur has many talents.
You witnessed the altercation.
I did. But frankly, I have no time for childish school fights.
You are not aware of the circumstances that started it then?
I heard something about a cigar. Only Felix would be petty enough to get riled up by something so menial.
A cigar?
Yes, Monsieur Demire had one of Felix's precious cigars. If you ask me, they won't be the real thing anyway.
Am I right in thinking the late Viscount was involved?
We work together as partners, yes.
You must know the Van den Bosch family well, then.
I helped Madame Van den Bosch, if and when she needs me.
They must be close.
Distinguished gentleman. It was two alpha males going head to head. Master Gideon came out the victor.
Surely we have passed the days where shows of unnecessary brute strength impress anyone.
When it comes to the protection of a woman, we are far from it. Man will always return to their most primitive form.
Mademoiselle Angeline, the Major has no place to feel threatened. Monsieur Gideon is to become her husband.
And he has spent the last however many years supporting them, as he calls it, clutching on to whatever he can.
Ew.
Merci for your time. It has been most intriguing.
I hate that. Well, yeah, no, Gideon had one of the Major's cigars.
What a revelation!
The Major really started a physical fight over a cigarette. Okay, so Ernesto, the Major supports the family, but Ernesto said
Things are beginning to be...
Yeah, what do they need help with? Oh. He's been around since the
Some
death.
would say a lucky guess.
It's clear the Major's close to the family. Yeah, it's a little too close. Jackie, hello.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise. You're not from around here, are you?
My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a friend of Mademoiselle, soon to be Madame Angeline.
I see. Jacqueline Conrad. No doubt you've heard the name
Jesus.
before.
I am rather embarrassed to say I have not, Madame.
No need for the madame. I'm not married. Just call me Jackie.
Oui, Jackie.
How is it you have come to be a guest here?
Here's the thing. I'm one of those people you want to know, and not be on the wrong side of.
Perhaps it would be wise for me to remain on your good side.
It's the best place to be. You wouldn't believe what a couple of positive stories can do for a family name, or a career.
And that is what you have done for the Van den Bosch family?
A little help goes a long way, and from what I have seen, the ladies deserve some positive support.
You must have heard about the... When I entered, you were talking with the gentleman.
That's what we call eavesdropping.
Pardon. I didn't mean to pry.
And with respect, I don't think it's really any of your business.
That is certainly not what I was expecting.
I heard, and it doesn't surprise me. There will always be someone trying to get something out of someone else. People are only out to help themselves.
That is a rather pessimistic way of thinking.
It's very true, though.
But it's the truth. And in my experience, more often than not, it's someone the victim knows, and knows pretty well.
You make me question those I consider friends.
And maybe you should. If you have something you don't want the world knowing, just keep it to yourself.
It may be the nature of her work, but she lacks any sense of compassion.
I must take my leave.
I like how he's like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
Allow me to introduce myself. Hercule Poirot.
Hugo Beckers. A pleasure.
I hope I am not disturbing you. I often find myself at a loose end at parties such as these.
I've never been referred to as a loose end before, but it is always good to make a new acquaintance.
Perhaps we should start with pleasantries?
There is no better way to understand one's purpose in life. I stand up for the workers that cannot do it themselves.
You work with a union.
Union leader, well, that is my formal title. But I see myself as more than just that. So much more. I am the face of the people.
Interesting.
A voice in the void when there is none.
Very spirited. You have quite the way with words.
In my line of work, it is essential. Some fight with their fists, but I believe words are the ultimate weapon.
I walked in upon your heated discussion.
I don't know what you think you heard, but it was a private matter, and I appreciate if you kept it to yourself.
I can assure you, Monsieur Beckers, your conversation is exactly that. Yours.
But you were having it in the middle of a library where I and also another businessman
Then maybe we should just leave it there.
You know, and he sounds like he owns some of the factories that those workers work at. There's something more to that conversation. Is it the Demir?
I have been working with Gideon for quite some time. We are doing great things together. Great things.
I was not aware he was part of the union.
Well, he's not exactly. But he is an ally in the battle we face. Without his support, our uphill struggle would surely be a climb. Hopefully my talks with De Silva will help him see the light.
I doubt it. I hope so though, but I doubt
Merci. If I find myself at a loss again, I shall certainly return.
Thank you. Okay. So, what we learned. Jackie's blackmail theory. Jackie dismisses the argument and he
The
refused
pieces
to
of the puzzle.
elaborate. Something does not seem right about the joint secrecy. And Hugo was invited by Gideon, and Gideon's a supporter of the unions. Well, let's go talk to some more people now that I've unlocked a few things. You know what would really spice up this party? A murder. I'm kidding. Did I see this pamphlet the first time I was here? Some information regarding a shelter for women coming from troubled homes and backgrounds. Okay. Salon. Hi, Zach.
Fire away, detective.
It is a shame things escalated so much.
Gideon said they were the majors, but I didn't think he would miss just one.
So Zach took one.
Ah, it was you that took the cigar.
Me? Okay, detective, you twisted my arm. It was me. But I didn't even get a chance to smoke it. Gideon snatched it out of my hand. I'm sure he could afford to replace it.
And the major saw Monsieur Gideon holding the cigar, assuming he had taken it.
Perhaps it is best I take my leave.
Okay. And that's her newspaper.
I am all yours, detective.
Monsieur de Silva claimed he helped Madame van den Bosch when required.
He would say that. I mean, financially, yes. But what else does that man have to offer?
I cannot imagine Madame van den Bosch would be one to request financial help.
After Edwin, the Viscount, died, the family was left in a rather unfavorable position. She wasn't requesting, chérie. She was begging.
Ah.
I see.
Let's just keep that between us. It's a rather sore subject for her.
Didn't take much for the Comtesse to reveal private matters. Is it the women's shelter?
Work with? I built it from the ground up, detective.
My admiration continues to grow.
While my husband, the Honorable Count de Vos, is always busy with his duties, I found myself at rather a loose end. I could not bear wasting my days with no purpose. And one day, while shopping in the city, I noticed the abundance of young women living and begging on the streets. Dirty and hungry, without a franc to their name.
It is horrifying to think of how so many must live their lives while others live a life of such selfish opulence.
I hope that was not a backhanded comment on the life I live, detective.
Far from it, Countess. You are using your wealth to better the lives of the less fortunate. It is commendable work you do.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. The work the Comtesse is doing will go a long way to improve the lives of those who need it so badly. I only wish there were more in positions such as hers who could see the divide in our society and use their wealth to bring the plight to an end. Yeah. The friendship.
You are quite inquisitive, aren't you?
Of course, I'm a detective.
I believe it is called small talk, no?
There is small talk, and there is prying.
I assure you that is not my intention.
Monsieur, please. I know a nosy gossip hound when I see one. We can smell our own. The Major isn't worth a minute of your time, though.
I love how I'm a gossip nosy hound, but I'm a literal detective.
You are not a fan of his.
I'd hit him with my fan, monsieur. Any man that can treat a lady the way he does doesn't deserve to be in his position.
And what position is that, may I ask?
Lording over Cassandra like she's the help. He shouts at her like she's a stray cat that's wandered into the house. Madness.
It is something I never thought I would hear. Madame was ready to physically escort me out of the house when I arrived to investigate Mademoiselle's missing bracelet, and yet she still allows the Major to get away with murder.
It has been a pleasure conversing. I look forward to our next.
It is very strange how he's obviously got something over her. Ernesto worked with the Major. Archibald, Ernesto. Yeah, these two.
I should not be surprised by my...
Well, see, I thought it was like her being close to him, not like
Magnifique.
that. There is the chance the Major is involved in the blackmail. Yeah, well, anybody could see that. Yeah, go talk to the staff. They'll know stuff. No, you're not going on the piano. Poirot. Find where Archie has gone. Monsieur Sterling is talking on the phone, almost too loud to ignore.
Van den Bosch residence, how may I help you? Yes, of course. Please hold for one moment. Sir? Yes, a call for you. Shall I direct it straight through to you in the study now? Very good, sir.
Who the hell was that on the phone, Archie?
What can I do for you?
The Major's made himself quite at home here.
Yes, he has been here for some time now. Lady Van den Bosch has been very good to let him stay so long.
Would you say he has become part of the family?
He's always been very vocal about how he stands the ladies in high regards, and so he should.
Merci. You have been most helpful.
Have you? So he holds the lady in high regard. Ah, yeah.
Another success.
The Major may feel that associating with the Demir family may lower their name. But why? Would that concern him?
What a revelation.
It is clear the Major does not see the Demir brothers in a good light. The Major thinks the Demirs are bad for the family, and he intended to warn Angeline about
Magnifique.
it. The Major clearly doesn't want the wedding to go ahead. It was perhaps valid. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, though. If, he has reasons to believe that the family, like the Demir family, is only marrying for monetary wealth. Move those little red shoes. They make you go fast, don't you know? Oh, crap. The controls of this are really strange. Ernesto!
Is there something else you need?
A lot. You've done business with other guests.
It seems someone has been asking around about me.
Of course.
Only polite curiosity, I can assure you.
And detective work.
Well, you would be right. Although working with the Viscount caused me much less grief.
Grief, monsieur?
Let's just say we didn't always see eye to eye. And if neither side is prepared to back down, there is a problem.
There is obviously more to learn about the goings-on between Monsieur da Silva and the Major. It certainly does not sound like a positive.
Merci for your time. It has been most intriguing.
Yeah, so he clearly worked with him. Rocky working relationship. Uh-oh. Let's just go back out here. Maybe we could go into the dining hall now? Maybe? Have some dinner? Archie, can we have dinner yet? I'm hungry.
What can I do for you?
No,
Merci.
Archie, I'm hungry. I could try walking to the other side of the hallway. Might be some people over here. Oh, there's a note. Staff rota for the evening. 4 people are assigned. Staff rota. All-day service. Archie, Elizabeth, Inget, Rahana. Breakfast, lunch, dinner party. Breakfast, lunch, dinner party, evening service, family turn-down service. Doesn't seem like a lot of people. The staff live and work in this house with the Van den Bosch family. It would not be surprising for them to know more than the family would expect. Should I go talk to Archie or Have a look in the pantry. Locked. I would have thought with such a tight schedule I'd find at least one staff member here. Let's go ask Archie what's up with that.
What can I do for you?
Merci.
Can't. Archie, why are you not telling me anything? Inspect the butler's pantry. I can't. It is now locked. Absolute crazy talk. Right over here to the staff quarters. Obviously you can't get in there. I think it is time I joined the party. No, it isn't. You've got snooping to do. Okay, well, if we go into the salon, maybe? Sandra.
Let's make this
I was passing and I noticed the butler's pantry was locked.
locked. That is absurd. They should be constantly coming back and forth from there if they are hiding from their work again. What is it you want in my staff area anyway?
I only mention it as I was hoping to speak to some staff members. But if they are busy...
Be a good fellow and make sure they aren't slacking off in there. It shan't take you long.
It may not have been the permission I was expecting, but I shall take it nonetheless.
Merci.
Thanks, Cassandra. Archie, what are you doing, bruh? You're just standing there. I thought you were busy. What's going on? Unlocked. I must have caught a staff member at the right time. Of course.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Oh, monsieur, you startled me.
Inga.
It was not my intention, mademoiselle. I was hoping to talk with a member of the staff.
You are the detective?
I am Detective Hercule Poirot. I only intend to take up a moment of your time.
Oh, Madame Van der Bosch will be very hungry if she knows I'm standing talking.
Allow me to worry about madame.
Forgive me, I did not get
Inga
your name.
Frank, detective.
From the Norse god of peace and fertility. A most beautiful name.
Merci. It was my grand-mère.
You have all been working very hard.
Oui, detective. Madame was very clear on what was to be prepared for today.
Well, everything looks exquisite. But if I may be blunt, would you not benefit from some more hands?
Monsieur Archie knows how busy we are, especially in the kitchen. I hate when I have to run service.
Merci, mademoiselle.
There's now a photo on the table that wasn't there before. A photo showing 7 members of staff. Archie. So why are so many missing? Papers that order the dismissal of a staff member for accessing rooms without permission. Dear Miss Allard, your position as housemaid is hereby officially terminated. So they fired someone. Again. Maybe the staff rota and staff photo?
The pieces of the puzzle.
Appears there are a number of staff missing.
Some would say a lucky...
It appears the missing staff were relieved of their duties. Recent staff layoffs. Yeah, I figured
I
it
should
was
not
something
be
to do with money,
surprised
but
by
I was
my own
trying to
skills
put
of
it to
deduction.
staff termination. Layoffs related to money issues. Inge, I have some more questions.
Oui, detective. I am at your service.
Madame was recently fired.
That is not for me to talk about, detective. If Monsieur Archie found out I had said anything out of turn...
I am not asking you to betray your fellow staff or the family. What is said between us remains that way, mademoiselle.
It's only whispers, but the last servant was caught in areas of the house they shouldn't be. Apparently, they saw something they shouldn't have. Please, detective, if Monsieur Archibald found out I was talking like this with a guest...
My lips are sealed, mademoiselle.
I'm not only a guest, I'm a detective.
Merci, mademoiselle. I shall...
But also on top of that, the letter's right over there. I like how they're like, it's only whispers. But it's right there. So the current, the layoffs are related. So
Another
the family
success.
still need help. Archie!
What can I do for you?
Maybe you're so bold as to ask about the family
What have
staff.
they done? If I have to...
No, monsieur. There is not a complaint to be made. It is more the recent layoffs and extra work pressure you all seem to be under I am inquiring about.
We've had to let some of them go. Let's just say their standards didn't live up to what was expected.
Not exactly what the termination papers stated.
Merci. You have been most helpful.
Not at all, really. Thanks, Archie. Talk to Cassandra. Okay. Sup, Cass?
Let's make this quick.
You did not seem surprised in Monsieur Demir's payment of the blackmail.
Why would I? He is to be Angeline's new husband and my new son-in-law. If he is taking that position seriously, he will do what he must to keep his new family happy.
And to you that means paying ransom money?
It means doing what he must to protect his wife and his family name.
It has nothing to do with your own financial standing.
I see you have still not learned any sense of tact or subtlety.
I see no reason to beat around the bush, madame.
Until you are pricked by a thorn.
Or by a prick, like you.
And until that day, I shall continue with the method that best serves me. Now, Monsieur da Silva.
Yes, he has provided some financial support when it has been required. I assume that was the answer you were looking for.
I was also hoping to explore your house.
The public rooms are not adequate space for you to celebrate my daughter's engagement.
No.
Madame, I asked only the limits, as I understand a member of the staff was let go for a similar reason.
It would benefit you not to listen to whispers and rumors, officer. They did not produce a satisfactory standard of work. There is nothing more to say.
It is detective, madame. And it is just that the termination papers detail the matter and proceed to...
Need I remind you again whose house you reside in?
No.
Merci.
God, she sucks. I thought it was only Madame van den Bosch that was so concerned with her appearance to others. Perhaps the Major was of a similar mindset, although I am still not sure how he fits into the family dynamic. Wonderful. So, the family is hiding something.
Things are beginning to become...
There is no doubt that there must be a family secret. And... oh, fucking...
What a revelation!
Yeah, Archie's hiding something. There's something that does not feel right about the staff dismissals. The contradicting stories of I only makes me conscious. Yeah, staff that know the family is hiding something. That's very obvious. But anyway, I'm going to leave this part here. And we will return to figure out more of this mess of what this family's gotten into. Maybe one day Poirot will play the piano. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.